So hopefully this is working now. The chat features were just completely broken before. I think I've got this correct for the avatars, which will be hopefully showing. They're showing on OBS. So I can test this now. See if that actually answers it, because if it does, then it's safe to say it's probably working. And then I find out, I don't know, it answered it both times before, but only when it reconnected to the chat, and for a while it just wasn't working in the slightest. So we want quite a vibrant orangey colour here. I think that's orange. I think if I push it right to that side, that I think is technically orange, so we'll give this a go. Kind of more yellow, I would say, than orange. Apparently it doesn't work, but I still think it counts as does. Okay, that is maybe more in the orange. If I just tweak this around a little. Is this orange? I do not know. It still looks kind of yellow to me. That is orange. I don't think that's too deniable. That is an orange colour. More of a yellow orange, but still, we're going for lava, so I'm going to have to try. The bitrate is apparently low. There's bigger issues, I think. Like the stream just not working. That is a worse issue, not better. So we've got the eye lava. Now we're going to want a cooler colour, aren't we, actually? So if I go and add the cooler colour to the colour picker, gonna want somewhat more like a blue. It was a very dark blue, though. It wasn't just blue. It was something like that. I could see blue in it, but yeah, it was very hard to see. Even darker than this, actually. Like that, you can still tell it's blue. You shouldn't really be able to tell it's blue. Something like this. Maybe even a little darker. Because I know, that from what I could see, there was an ever so slight tint to blue. So it's this kind of thing, but again, even darker. Just ever so slightly canted towards blue. Something like this. Like, that's pretty much black, but there is a blue cant in there. And it's there for a cooler colour. Exactly what we need. Then we can also colour pick this. We're going to go something lighter. I would say more yellow. I think yellow is warmer. So we're going to want something that is more yellow. Just a generally very vibrant yellow as well. That will give us a good selection, I think. While still remaining the majority orange. So we're going to go, hopefully do this, if I can get this correct. So find another reference, I would say. Or maybe one I was just on. To see how lava should look. Yeah, so we've got some of these images, I would say they fall more to orange than yellow, having looked back. Yeah, so the first one I've got here, and it's kind of the rocks, and then the lava flowing atop them. And then that is what I'm going to use as reference. The hair is meant to be fire. I'm not so sure it worked all that well, but hey, it's glowy at least. So, eyes. Now this can look kind of natural, and I think in terms of the overall glowiness, I do actually want this to look, how would you say it? I want it to look pretty solid because that works with the glowiness. I don't want this to be an absolute solid brush necessarily. But I'm going to use something that's maybe a softened off hard brush. In this case, to be honest, I could probably just stick the anti-aliasing up and the brush and that will do the job. We don't want do not cross lines of vector layer. We just want this to fall all over the eyes haphazardly. Because it will make sense what I am doing in the end. Why I'm covering the whole eyes like this. And then we're going to want the, I would say, much warmer orangey colour. You know, I would say it's not muted at all and it's extremely vibrant, but still, that's kind of what's going to work here. And I've got rid of the YouTube window and also the music. Okay, now it's working. So we've got something like this, I think. Right, if I could turn stabilization off. We have frame drops. Again, loads of frame drops. I'm not liking this. Will it stabilize? No, it will not. Okay. Stream is exploding. Alright, output. You're getting 2800 kilobits per second. If that'll be enough to fix it. I think I might have fixed the frame drops. I do not want to go this low for bitrate, but if it's doing a thing, it's doing a thing. So we're going to do this. Like, I don't know for certain whether this will work or not, but I can certainly try it. And as I say, when I've glowed over the whole thing, it'll probably look less unnatural than it does now. The tree is flickering, I'm sure of it. It's right near my eye. Yeah, the eyes are gone because I'm trying to do lava. I mean, I can probably just bring this down, to be honest. Hopefully get it on the, because I redid the screen, but yeah, the stream was exploding basically, so the chat wasn't working at all. The bitrate had to be lowered. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, if I can find it. This is what I'm kind of looking at for reference, and I'm going to make it more glowy and stuff, but that's what I'm looking at to try and do. Also, I moved the wrong window. Sure, that's exactly what I meant to do. Totally. Also, hi, Elena. I am being slow today. My head is not in the finest state as it has always been, but I have ideas that I'm trying to implement. Yeah, so the eyes look bad, but I'll show you what I've done. I did do some of the edge lighting and stuff, but then we've got to get the lava rocks working. Yeah, I mean, I put the tree where I could. I don't have a whole lot of space, but this is my whole tree because the room is full of old computers, which I don't acknowledge as old because they don't seem old to me, but I love playing with the stuff. I have also got a new side panel which won't be visible, but this is what the side panel I had was. The other one has like vents there-ish on it. This has no vents, so it should make the PC stay cooler, maybe quieter. Yeah, you just don't find these PCs with vented side panels though, which is why that PC, I was so happy to find it, because I can use that piece on my art PC. And in and of itself, that PC is pretty good for the age. For like a 15-year-old PC, it's got some really nice specs. It's got a quad core even. which I wasn't expecting. Because i5s back then could be dual cores, and I have used a dual core one of that era. Oh yeah. I could try that. I mean, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know where it'll fall. I mean, between the avatars and stuff, so I can try something just now. I'm not sure. It's not going to be permanent, but where is it? So avatars stream. We've got 2 stream backings. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to mess with it too much now if I try and put it there, but I can put something there. So, I tried a thing as well. So I can't really do it at the moment, but where is it? Yeah, I did that. So I have a link for that, but I can't do it. So if I just want to do a masterpiece or whatever, that is available. And it can just like open and close. Must have been a powerful PC to cook an egg on it. I mean, I've used Core 2 Duos. Those things are actually pretty cool considering their age. Why I like the Core 2 Duos, they're just good CPUs for the time. And also remind me of when I was young. But aside from that, yeah, the Core 2 Duos, for their time, they were very good chips. And with all this AI memory stuff, like making the memory go up loads, it actually works out in my favour in a way, because my old systems with DDR3, DDR3 is still worthless. For newer DDR5 and DDR4 memory, this is what these AI companies want, and so they've flown up in value. But I can get the old stuff for like a few pennies, really. Less than £1. And whether that is in dollars, they are incredibly cheap. I mean, my gaming PC could probably cook an egg, but it would have a lot of fans, so it wouldn't cook it that well. This art PC is a lot cooler, because that's kind of the purpose of it. It's not to be a high-end gaming system. There's also the case if you don't have good cooling. Thing is, I find what you might not know, a lot of the 2000s computers, because the Pentium 4s in the 2000s ran so hot, a lot of those just have really good cooling on them. Like, I mean, I could try and find a picture of it. There was one I saw on eBay, which is like a 2005 PC. It had a lot of ventilation on the back, more than you would think for a school computer of that era. I'll just see if I can find the reference. I will try and put something on the TV though, which I have, because as much as I can't do it right now with just the setup basically set up, so there will be a time I can set it up. There we go. I don't know how this is going to look, but I'm going to add glowiness to it and hope. I mean, if only you could mask this, but I don't think it's going to work. Anyway, so I've got lava rock. That's, I think, the orange and the black, yes. So we make that partially opacity. I'll find the image if I can. Come on. Only issue is I think I'm logged in on eBay, so I have an idea actually. No, because I have a Chrome window and I'm not logged into anything on the Chrome window, so let's try this. No personal details on here, because as I say, I just installed Chrome. So that, just try and optimize it for the window I've got. No, I don't want to download some dodgy app because it comes up first. I will try and find this because it's very interesting, the overall cooling on the system. But it's sometimes, it's not the easiest thing to find on the site. But yeah, I love these stone systems. Like, that's what I've got, but a different version of it. There's so many. There's 4 different variants of the same PC case that I've found. Yeah, I mean, the Gartic thing I've got that. Where is it? It's not showing, is it? I mean, it should be showing. I think I know why, anyway. Did I? I did have a Gartic window for just working on stuff while I work on this, so I could start a masterpiece or whatever, but I think I closed the Gartic thing when I put eBay in. Well, I can load it back anyway, point remains. It is there. Yeah, garlic. So many people call it garlic anyway. I mean, it was one of these, but I'm trying to find it because it had really good, like, ventilation on the back of it. Like, you wouldn't believe for just an old school computer. Indeed, I can't seem to remember it. Like, it doesn't show up. That's a weird thing. You have to, like, click on something else and then click on it. If only it didn't take so long to, like, sort through all this. I just give up if it's going to take too long. Nope. I'm trying to see if a Gartic window could get bought back. It can't. It was somewhere, I say, but it's so hard to find out where it is on the site. They really hid it away. But the point remains, like, that was a very good PC for cooling. Anyway, that's all the stone PCs I like, so can bring this back now, actually. If it ever brings up where it's hidden. I think this is it. Nope. Where are they hiding this? Okay, apparently I can't find the Arctic Phone website. It's just disappeared on me. All those websites, they just disappear. So we've got, that almost doesn't seem to fit. It just barely covers it. So we want the eraser. There we go. This will make sense, I think, in the future. Is it? Oh, it's dropping frames again. It's dropping frames again. Have you stopped dropping frames? I mean, I did search it and I found it. I don't know if I typed it wrong, but I did search it before earlier and it did bring it up. So I don't know. Don't know what's going on with that. I just hope this has stopped dropping frames. I don't know why it's so bad suddenly. Stream didn't blow up for a good long while. Yeah, it seems to have stopped dropping frames now. I don't know how long it will last, but still. Eating the frames. Well, at least I hope the frames are tasty. I mean, it's 4264 drop frames. I don't know when it dropped that many frames, but it has dropped a lot of them. I feel like I have to keep my eye on the frames. I feel like they'll drop the moment I look away. No, it's not dropping any more frames, but I live in fear. This is also automation music, because I ran out of ideas, so we're now playing automation music on an art stream, and not automation music on an automation stream. Because reasons. I do look forward to building another random wheel car though, and I'm also terrified of what it's going to create. Do you like evil doings? Thing is, when I say the chat was broken before, even the Sakura command was broken. Funny thing is, when I restarted the stream, it suddenly started working, and it answered the questions from before, which was a bit weird. That never happened. Oh, more dropped frames. Right, I'm gonna drop the bitrate a little, so it may stutter a bit, but it's almost fine. And I don't like lowering the bitrate, but it should still be 1080p, just a very low bitrate 1080p. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, this music's, it is good music, but it's just I got tired of it after a while because I played a lot of the game, and so it's the music that's always playing in the game. So, you know, you can hear it so many times. So, I mean, that lava isn't perfect. If I can find my reference again. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, the rocks are actually pretty solid. The lava kind of glows, so that's what I want to focus on. There's kind of a glow, which I've got yellow to do that. I can also add a bit more orange with the airbrush. Yeah, so it's dropped a few frames. I've lowered the bitrate. It seems fine. Yeah, these eyes look crazy though, like that. When I add a bit less opacity, it'll perhaps look even worse. That's not black though. That's like a very dark blue, which appears to match what I can see on the reference. It's very close to black, but there is a slight blue hue, which I think it also needs because it increases contrast between the vibrant, warmer colours of the lava, if only a little. I could also add some texture to the rocks, I think. Like, that's not the worst idea I've had. But how would I do it? I guess I'd just attack it. So we'll go lava rock. I mean, I could add lava rock texture and also an airbrush. I don't know. The airbrush would kind of go over the texture, so I think I can make this work. Bit of a crazy way of doing things, but still. How could I get this? So this is kind of going to work as a rocky texture, I think. I think if I get one of these colours, which I've set up, tiny colour picker here, but I think if I go slightly lighter, it'll give it a bit of texture. So, colour picker, we'll go get this. Just going to make this ever so slightly lighter to add a bit of contrast and make it work. Yeah, so now more blue basically. And I put the anti-aliasing on, I don't need that anymore. Maybe we could actually go between the two, like there. You can't really tell the difference very easily, but I think this will make the difference. So we'll go eyes, lava rock texture. Let's see how this works. I will move this layer down. That's how I'm going to get it working. So we've got somewhere, I think it's paintbrush. Okay, I don't mind this. I think this looks decent. Even if it's covering up the lava a bit, the extra glow of adding on top of that, I think will make it look a lot more natural in terms of colour. Ah! It's everywhere. Okay, no more drop frames, that's good. Oh, I like this. I very much like this effect. I mean, I could even darken it around the edge to give it more of a... what do you call it? If I give this a darker edge, it will give it much more of a curvature, I think, to the eyes. I think if I go, actually, if I go up here, then it will flow more naturally into each other. There we go. Nope. I've made that too small. I need to go a bit more just, don't know if aggressive is the right term, a bit quicker. And a bit larger a brush. Something like this, just swoop around and there we go. Like, there's a bit of curvature to it, I think. I am still a pear, also. Eraser. So we'll go and erase this. Like, this is actually a very easy way of doing things when you think of it, though. Because it's like, I just have to do this with the eraser and everything tidies itself up for me. Kind of low effort, but it's not something I can complain about it being low effort for. There we go. And I mean, as I say, I will add the shading and stuff back on top of these eyes, so they won't look as awkward all in all. I might just make a subfolder for the lava eyes, because it's just going to get complicated trying to have a million different layers just for the lava effect. And I can also move them all at once if I have a folder. And I also have not erased something that should be erased there. There we go. Just go delicately over. Well, probably don't have to. I just didn't want to overrun the line, which isn't really going to matter if I'm honest, because I've got the like erase up to line feature on. I say that as I mess up somehow. There we go. I am quite liking this though, as it turns out to change. The light source I've got up from there, but I think the light source really has to be from over in this direction to actually make sense. I'm not really showing it with a mouse, but basically it's saying the light comes in down, well, down there. Is it? No. I'm trying to work out the sides. So yeah, it's saying like the light is going down that way, but really it needs to go in like that way, because it's just going to work a lot better with how the hair is shaded and stuff. I do like how glowy the hair is, though. It's something I want to try and implement more. So we've got, yeah, lava rock will be a folder. It's under eyes, so I don't have to call it lava rock eyes or anything, as that part of the sorting is already done for me. Yeah. I'm trying to find a way to put this in the folder. Is it in the folder or is it not in the folder? It's been a bit awkward. Oh, okay. I'm trying to move them into the folder like Ibis Paint. This is not Ibis Paint. You have to do it in a different way. I mean, they do look like dragon eggs, but then that, I guess that ties into the whole, like, lava, volcano, fire stuff I'm going with, so I don't hate it. But I do believe it, I believe there is method to the madness, as I say. When I go over this with an airbrush, it will go and look a lot more glowy. Or even without just the airbrush, I'm gonna, I think, make another layer, and this is gonna be, harsher lighting. But not the max harsh lighting. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to grab this yellow colour here, and then I'm going to feed over it with the orange as well, so it should stay orange. Because they are supposed to be orange eyes, and I don't want to throw that all away, but... So we're going to have this harsher lighting on top of just the base lighting, but we don't know. Like, pencil maybe? Pencil will certainly be rough in terms of the overall texture. Yeah, pencil it is then. So we're going to go just over it like this, really. I kind of messed that up, but I don't think anyone's really going to notice at the end of it all. Like, this I think is already looking glowy, and this isn't actually the glowing lighting layer, so I'm quite liking it. Dragon Labubu. Well, we got deep fried Labubu. I tried to give him bloodshot eyes and yellow teeth. I'm not so sure it worked all that well, but I did try some stuff with them. Feel like it's medication time. Almost. Because now my medication times have changed, so I'm going to have to stop and have my medication at some point. Hey, at least my head did trigger the correct response. It's not going to matter if it's like 5 or 10 minutes, but can't leave it too long. Do want to get a bit of glow on these eyes first, though. I mean, I will clean up these lines a little later, because they are going over the edge of the space they're supposed to. And I know they don't look more like eyes at all, but this will work. Trust the process. I don't even know what the process is, but trust it anyway. So, where were we? That was harsher lighting, I think I'd done just there, yes. So then we're going to go orange glow. Why am I on save as? No, I don't want to, okay, I don't want to save it over anything. Something's getting triggered. Am I on the key dial messing with it? I think, okay, I think my hand was on the key dial. Yes. Yes, trust me. I may not trust myself, but trust me anyway. I totally know what I'm doing. I'm totally a real artist. I could add that orange as well. Different orange, but you know, it should work. So, airbrush. Airbrush is fun. Gotta get the right size of airbrush. I can't just put any size in and expect it to work. I mean, there is line art as well underneath that. That's why I'm using the vector eraser. If I just said follow the lines, it wouldn't work. So I think I'm gonna go, no. That's actually not large enough. I need like, maybe 250. Because 250 for size. I really want it to be, it's generally like glowy lava. And I don't want to, like, erase the rock or anything. I just want this to really glow. Vaguely, like, follow the lines with where I'm going. Yeah, these... I mean, I could steal this idea for Orella's eyes, to be honest, because I say they're orange. I don't canonically say they're fiery or lava or anything, but they do suit her in her nature and stuff to be like this, so I wouldn't hate the idea. Yeah, I think I went a bit too... Yeah, that's what a Labubu in disguise would say. You know what it does look like? It's probably a Labubu egg. That's probably what this is. It's probably the egg. Like, do Labubus lay eggs? Probably. They probably tell us they don't lay eggs, but we can never trust a Labubu. Labubus have about as much trustability as 8-Ball. I think we can go a bit more all over the place there. There we go. Like, I think that looks glowy. And it's not perfect. I could even add a bit of white. To be fair, the Labubus are sus. Look, they're like calling each other Lafufu. Usually when you say that, you are the Lafufu yourself. Yeah, Labubu eggs. I know. Like, how would they even lay an egg? Especially if they're that large. That's like almost larger than the whole Labubu. So we're going to go, I think extra orange, extra white, sorry. I think we want a slightly warmer colour here, so... Blue is cool. I think we want like two... Let's go 253, 251. So that's going to be ever so slightly canted to red. Not to a point anyone's going to notice, but again, to a point it does favour the warmer side of colours. I'm just going to call it white glow, even though it's not technically white. And then I'm going to put it on the colour picker because... hopefully this will all fall together. And... so that can go just there. Oh, I'm going to have to do multiple layers here, aren't I, to like tidy up. So if I go airbrush it again. Yes, come on. There we go. There's like some mesh and stuff, but I don't hate it. So if I can go... there's add glow. Like, I don't know what that really does, but... I think if I go... I can go like 25 there. Then there's add glow here, perhaps. Oh, that, I think that looks pretty nice. I don't want it to be on 100% though. Maybe like 88. No. Let's try 88. I feel like I could search do Labubu lay eggs, but then I'll probably get some result I don't want. It feels like that's one of the things you should not search for. If anything, it's kind of scary how Labubu's multiplied. So yeah. Yeah, the FBI would be coming after me. Even though I'm not in America, the FBI would still come after me. It's like, I just don't want to know what it would bring up. Ah dear, I've messed this up as well. I messed up the colouring here. This should work. Yeah, I need to have the medication. Yet I want to draw this. I want to get this lighting finished with, basically. Harsher lighting. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, I'll just be a moment. Medication needs having, so put the... So right, I managed to ward them off with the deep fried Labubu. That's the version I fear the most. Anyway, yeah, I think it's MI5 in the UK if I remember correctly, but I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention to it. It's okay, I haven't searched it. I maybe thought about it, but I definitely didn't search it, so I'm fine. It's a kind of case of, I could, but I probably wouldn't like what I saw. Okay, so it has to be above the line art. I'm gonna need the glow point. They need moving. I think I can see what I have to do though. Like, so I've got the eye color line art, eye Easter egg. This will be above the what's it called? So eye center. I'm just going to nick this one because I've used it before. This is supposed to stay within the lines, isn't it? No it isn't. It's just I was thinking, if I have don't cross the vector lines, theoretically, like, this should work, but I don't have any idea where I'm drawing to. I just have to guess and hope it ends up right. There's definitely ways I can make this glow more. Like, I don't hate the lava kind of ordeal, but no less. Oh, okay, I've put this too high up. To be fair, I think it just has to be above the lava. Looks like cheese. I mean, to be fair, there's probably cheese that looks like that. The lava needs to so we've got, what is eye colour fill? Oh, I don't think that's part of the lava. That's why it's not affecting anything. Maybe the white glow. Maybe it's add glow, hard light. Try this and then soft light, perhaps. Oh, that's overflowing quite a bit from the edges. I didn't realise that. Is it, wait, I don't think it kicked you from the Battle Royale before it had started. This is progress. We are making progress. I mean, I didn't see much of it, but I did see, I saw the remains of the character, so, you know, I'm going to take that as conclusive evidence. Yes, pair power. Pair power is now a thing. Yes, I totally needed those coins. After all, as I am extremely mature, I know exactly what to do with that money. Yes, I am so mature. This is what happens when I win a Battle Royale. I don't hate this idea though of them. Maybe if I added glow to the like eye pieces here. So what's it called? Eye decoration, I think I called it. I can make them less. Actually, I might make them 88, which I used before as well. Granted, I could use 100 there, and it's fine. Wait, doesn't the gambling work? I mean, I did change it to gamble, but I changed it back, I think, to slots. So I don't know what's going on there. Is it like just selectively deciding what you can and can't do? So it lets you on the Battle Royale now, but it doesn't let you gamble. I mean, the more you know, I guess, about the weirdness of the system. So we go eye decoration soft. I mean, I'm not entirely sure about this, but it is progress. It is a thing that's going on. Eye decoration. So we're going to go smaller on this, like maybe 100. And I mean, This is actually red. I can just make this absolute white. It's not really going to be a downside to that. Or when I made it absolute black, make it absolute white. Oh yes. Evil. Is it the evil that stops you gambling though, or is there something like, I don't know, something that stops you before you try? Like you just mentally can't do it. It just blocks you before you even get to a slot machine. Or is it just that it would let down the entire evil organisation by gambling? Just going to go over here. Interesting. So I think I just need to go over quickly. Maybe do that again. Why is it more noticeable on the base though when it is on the top? I feel like I'm missing something. So lower glow. There should be upper shading and lower glow. Unless I put the shading, top shade, lower glow. Okay, maybe I need that to be a little harsher because maybe it's not just showing up or anything. I think if I go subtract, maybe. Yeah, so it doesn't show up that well, but subtract is there. Soft light or hard light, maybe. Yeah, stops doing bad things. It's also one of those things like, what is good and what is evil? Because I feel there's so many different ways to interpret good and evil. I feel like there's not just a hard line between good and evil. Like, there's so many things in between. Some things like are obviously evil, but not everything can be sorted, I feel. So, where were we? I think that's eye decoration. No, eye decoration hard. Okay, this is soft. Yee. Yee was actually a meme quite a while ago. Yeah, I mean the glow certainly shows a lot more on the base, and I think it's the overall lighting. Oh, I messed this up. I'm trying to follow the lines somewhat. Then I think if we go top shade, make that a little less harsh. And make the lower glow a little less harsh. $28 maybe? I don't know. $27. I don't know what exactly I'm doing, but hey, it has got some shine. So then we'll go, I mean, I don't know if this is looking good or not, really. It looks more like something. It definitely has more detail than it did before, for better or worse. This will look a lot less bad than it did when I just laid it out there. So we'll go lighten maybe. Try it. I think if I go lighten here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we'll go add glow. The blinding eye details. Yeah, the thing is, it looks almost like it's a lot harsher there on that side than it is on this side. Don't know what's going on there exactly. Yeah, I'm going to have to add some to this side because it's just not even at all. Like, that looks better now. I called it eye decoration, not decoration. I can't spell. So maybe eye decoration stuff. I could try making that a little less harsh. Doesn't really do much help in it though. Eye decoration. I can actually make that softer, but I don't know. Like, I think there has to be a line to draw between like where it is and where it isn't. And I have no idea where that is. Let's just say at 90 anyway. 88, I had it on 88 I think, so I'm just going to leave it there. I spent too long on these eyes. Anyway, we have the glow point, which I'm going to just remove and redo because I think I kind of messed it up. In that it uses the vector lines, and I really shouldn't be using the vector lines on this. We want, yeah, we want just a fairly large point, I think, here. So let's go 500. Yes, airbrush is fun. I like airbrush. I use airbrush too much. Because it's fun. I feel like though having the hard light and then brushing over it with an airbrush, it gives you a really nice glow like you wouldn't believe, because you've got that soft lighting technically, but you've also got hard lighting. It's just kind of hidden, so it is glowing and everything, but it's got that like hard core lighting element, and that really ties it together. No idea how I learned this. I just messed around until things started working, I guess. So we'll go add glow. No, I don't know, it's too glowy. Maybe if I go hard light. I think that works better. Can't do a whole lot with it, so maybe if I go, again, 88 seems to be a number here that works. I'm thinking the lava, if I did something with the lava, it would really come to life, and I can do that. I've given it a lot of layers, and I've not, like, blended them together or anything. If I reduce the white glow, because there's white on the top, it actually helps it quite a bit. So again, I seem to be sticking everything on 88, which somehow works. 69. Will 69 work, I wonder? Although you can't see it, I'm putting it on 67. I'm putting this on, like, I'm putting the soft light white light on 67 because it actually works. So we've got add glow. That orange glow is on 88. Could probably go 92 to be honest. Lava rock texture. I mean, I could reduce the lava rock texture. You know what? If I do that, so normal, could go overlay. Ah, no, that's the texture. That can be on normal. I'm forgetting what I'm doing. So, I think there's like orange underneath the lava rock. That's it. There's like underneath this, I think there is orange. So I can actually reduce the opacity of this. Let's go vivid light. I feel like it's going to blind me looking into these eyes. So let's go 75% opacity. That looks like 10, not 67. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to adjust this, like the top shade and the darker area on top of the eyes and stuff, and then there's a lower glow, which I call them. They kind of need to work together, but I'm gonna have to add a lot to them just because the eyes are so glowy. I feel like I'm being blinded looking into these eyes, to be quite honest. Just like any good eyes do. I think if I go 80 and 40, maybe that proportions quite well. And I mean, I think they are technically orange eyes as well. I don't know, there's things I can do to adjust that. I've spent so long on these eyes. Now, what I did here actually, I think I took the skin tone and I took all the light out of it. Yeah, so now that's how Labubu's are for skin tone. I think I might have done some shading and stuff, but we do have the teeth colour saved here. At this point, I'm lost with all those arrows and everything. My head just doesn't know what to make of them. I think I left that other light off. I've got the lamp here. I'm going to move the lamp because I put my main room light isn't on, so I'm going to have to get some light here some way. At least I have the lamp, so it's better than nothing. Lighting is not going to be perfect from this, but that should do. That's some light. So, where were we? The shoes, if you can even call them shoes. I have seen the tail thingy here. I've also got a piece of something that needs erasing, some kind of a, what do you call it? No, I need this. There we go, fluff 2. At least it's pinpointed it when I clicked on it. That I can't really complain about. Ibis Paint doesn't do that. As much as I love Ibis Paint, I use it all the time on the tablet because it served me well for a number of years, but still. Yeah, it's lamp time. That's a good advantage with my art PC though. Like, I don't have to set any of this up. It's just, I've just got to set up the, or just start up the, what's it called? The PNG Tuber software, and it does everything for me. So, I mean, that's something I can say for it. Yeah, the art channel is so much easier in that regard. I mean, I might do a longer stream again tomorrow, but what I'd stream, I don't know. But we will get an interesting vehicle, that's for sure. The last one was interesting. Although, granted, I am terrified it's going to give me front leaf springs. It's been, so far, it's been actually fairly nice with suspension. It could just so easily do something incredibly mean with the suspension of the car. something that, you know, you shouldn't do with a suspension setup. Honestly, everything about the other car, other than perhaps the cross-ply tyres, was really well done, actually. As in, someone who's just beginning on that game could have built something worse than just a random wheel, crazy as it sounds. I certainly didn't know a whole lot when I just started on that game. I mean, there is also multiplayer beam, so I could potentially, like, just potentially race all the cars if I get a lot of them. So all the random wheel cars and their many flaws. Okay, so we've got, like, certain things here. I'm going to just go in the layer grabber because that should pinpoint where the issue is. So, also, there is, like, some of the fluff and stuff got onto the teeth where it shouldn't be, but it ended up there. I feel like there's something there, but I don't know what it is. Is it just a failure to shade it properly? I don't know. I can come back to the Labubu shoes. But they do need the eyes to be sorted. So we've got eye colour. Yeah. There we go. The eye colour. Eyes. Yeah, these Labubus have seen some things in their time. I think I know how to do this, and it's going to be the most brilliantly cursed thing ever if I can do it properly. Like, who would see a Labubu and paint the eyes this way? It's so cursed. Those eyes were not meant to look like that. They also have yellow teeth. There we go. I will hopefully make a video on the PC I've got as well. I've been working on something there, but I only started it yesterday. But yeah, that PC should be interesting to talk about. There's a lot I can go on about with it. So that says base colour, but there's definitely something else here. Whitehall, whatever Whitehall is, it's not that. I'm back on fire hair somehow. Unless fire hair has found its way down here. Something I've got to check here actually, because it did say, yeah, wide L, whatever that is. I think it's one of those hair colour layers. Nightmares until they're 67 years old. What an oddly specific number. I wonder what the reason for it could be. Yeah, I mean, these Labubus, like... What's it like when a Labubu becomes an accountant? They're stressed from doing all the money management. There was a time when people would just throw money at Labubus. Now they have to work for their money. It's a hard life. Okay, fluff 2. So whatever was there from the hair has been got rid of. Yeah, it's just these teeth and stuff. They've still got the fur colour. I mean, it actually... I think it looks like cheese that has kind of gone off without the base colour, for lack of a better term. There's also the cheese avatar. That's still there, so we can all be cheeses. Where is it? Do love this keyboard. Oh, I can't even type. There. Typed it properly eventually. Labubu needs a wheel job. I mean, my headcanon for this, though, is actually that, like, no one wanted Labubus and they got so cheap that she just ended up wearing them as shoes. I don't know, maybe she's extremely poor or something, but Labubus, like, became the cheap option for footwear because no one wants them. Like, throwing them away. Yeah. Don't worry, this is old, nasty cheese, so I think it's acceptable. This isn't the good stuff. I guess American cheese is more orange than other types. Just due to how they make it and stuff. I see something here that just looks out of place, to be honest. Whitehall. Whitehall, you have done a lot of harm to my image, I'm afraid. I think Ember's just erasing and stuff. I can fix him. No, I can't fix him. I did try and work on these trousers a little. I've not done a great job of them, but I did briefly off stream. I tried to fix that. I've had another idea. It does kind of look like Cheetos, actually. I mean, I need to fix this. Like, there's too many pieces here that just don't line up. But I will fix that. For the time being, the vision is here. Anyway, I have had another idea. I've had another dumb idea. So this should be like 46. Yeah, it's almost there. I'm gonna make these Labubus look like really overworked for some reason. I think I also have two signatures here. Well, I have that one. I think I put one up here. Maybe I removed it. I definitely have that one down there. Which, if you've seen the PNG, I'm sure you've seen the PNG avatar, that is the Ahoge. That's like why I designed the signature that way. And I also like blue, so that's how the signature became to be. Where are we? Colour picker. Yeah, green and blue get love, but no red. So we've got my head is just not functioning right now. So we've got the Labubu shoes. Labubu shoes, the base colour. We could probably just stick these on the base colour, but I don't know. Or not base colour. Let's do it line art. A nice, safe way of adding it, I think. I don't know what pen kind of size I need. One's probably fine. I could probably try like 3. So they're going to have like all these stress marks. I think just making them straight lines doesn't work as well as maybe if I move them around a bit. These Labubus have had stressful lives, okay? Being shoes is hard, like you wouldn't know. Middle-aged Labubu. I don't know. What have I done? It was cursed already. I feel like I've made it even more cursed. But you know what? I don't hate the idea of making them cursed like this. I think she actually looks decent. I might have said earlier, I do need to add some shading beneath her hair. Even shading here. So that's a thing. I could try and add some like hairbrush type stuff as well. If I can find a bush for it. She also has no nose. Nose, no. Nose isn't going to go there. So, I think we have 15 for line art, so... That is a very big nose. We don't need it to be that size. Maybe it's a 10 for line art. I have to try and remember this stuff. She now has a nose. I can't get the nose right, but she needs a nose. It just looks off without one. Why can I only mess up noses? That will have to do. I'll probably redo the nose. So yeah, I've got like, how long? Got quite a while, I think. Although I guess this stream, yeah, I know, have about 30 minutes, because I did have to restart the stream after a while as the chat was just downright broken. So I've already done some time there. That's why it's later than I initially saw on OBS. Okay, so hair, fire hair. So we've got I think base colour isn't there. So base hair colour front opacity. What does that mean? Ah, okay, I think I see it. I think I know what's going on. So we've got base clothing, base hair. They're going to be the base colours. Okay, so the gloves have colour shifts. Her hands are massive, and I realise that now. That's because my hands are massive. That's why. I have tried on more recent pieces making the hands smaller, and it's worked. It says it's complaining about the bit weight, but it isn't dropping frames from what I can tell. I fixed that issue just about. Okay, so eyes. We want it to be above a lot of this stuff. Final line art back side. So it'll be above this, I believe. This will be I'll go hair shadows hard, or had, because I can't type. So I think we're going to want the skin tone, because that's where the shadow is falling. So we're going to want the skin tone to be yeah, so we've got lighter skin tones on the colour picker, but we've not got darker ones, because we have to line this up with the shadows. Naturally, where there's shadows, it would be darker. So we can just go on the colour wheel, because it's easier. So again, we're not going to go absolute black, but we have to go darker to the point it's like noticeably darker. Like this should do, because compared to the rest of the skin, I think it's the right type of shade for shadows. I mean, I'm not going to say it's ideal, but as long as it works. Hair shadows had. Or actually, I need to call it hair face shadows, because otherwise it can quite easily get confused. And I think I need something that looks vaguely like skin texture. Watery brush. That is not even showing up. No, I don't know what's going on with that. That thing's flickering. I don't know if it's because it's meant to flicker or the batteries are running down. I did just charge the batteries last night, so shouldn't be. I mean, that looks partially transparent, but I think I can make it work. There's some texture, but not so much. I think it's never going to work. Go about these. Okay, so what have we got today? We've got egg eyes. I don't know. We've got like middle-aged accountant Labubu's. We've got some fiery lava hair. And we need some extra shadows and stuff. I think this needs to be less depth there. I feel almost like the hair is falling the wrong way, though. There we go. It's the Among Us hat. I remember that. So we've got that. I can make it more opacity maybe. There's add glow. That's not working. I need subtract, I think. That works nicely. Maybe maybe 50, because I don't know. Default to 67 shadow. Okay, that'll work. I think I might have actually overran. I've just realised that now. If I go... and has the battle royale work? Oh, I was like, has it been cruel again? Oh dear. Back to its old tricks, I see. Just when you think it's behaving itself as well. Oh dear, I'm messing this up. Just when you think it's behaving itself as well, it starts doing that. I have no idea what's wrong with it though. That's not even a command I've done anything to. I just left that command as it came on the program. And I mean, I would say maybe it doesn't like my video card or something, but it's worked for literally everything else. This video card hasn't given me any trouble on anything. Sakura has won. Oh dear. I'm sure that Sakura has some kind of like evil cheat plan here. Like she's not letting wait, what's the avatar? Like she's not letting Teto in the battle royale because she's too powerful. I think I won with the pair, which is interesting. The pair beats Sakura and the pair doesn't even have any arms. I guess the cheese doesn't have arms. But the fact that the pair won. There we go. I don't think that looks the worst. I'm rigging it. At this point, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Sakura has become self-aware. Ella told me so. I wonder why she said that. I wonder why. Unless Oella told her to rig the battle royale, and that's a whole other layer of stuff going on. I do need to make the Oella avatar. Like, that's... It scares me, though, with that hair. It's going to be so hard to get all the frames done, but... It'll look incredible when it's done, but it's just not the easiest thing to do. Okay, so we've got... soft, I feel like piece by piece, though, I am finally getting this character somewhere. Like, given it was just a random wheel build, I feel I've actually somehow managed to pull a legitimate colour scheme and theme out of it being this whole fire, lava, like volcano stuff kind of hair design, character design. I feel I've actually managed to pull something from it, and I mean, I could complain about a lot worse than this. It's just, it's working, and so I was never expecting that. I think we could probably go to 250 here. It doesn't have to be as wide a pen. Seems like there's some weird lighting going on there. Is it just... I think I might know. Have I put this on the... No, I haven't put it on Do Not Cross Lines, so... Anyway, we've got that. I don't know what's going on with this. Is it just like... Okay, I think I know what's going on now. I think the airbrush wasn't large enough and so it was leaving gaps. I'm just going to use 550 then for size. It's massive. It shouldn't have that issue with that size of pen. No, it's still doing it. It's almost like it's behind a layer it shouldn't be behind. I feel like we need lore with this channel. I don't know. I mean, I've already had this weird lore that like Sakura ball is basically an 8-ball with a wig. Like, I find that's a fun thing to run with. Hey, what was that? I tried to add a 8-ball and a random wheel to the Discord because it seemed fun. So I tried to add those two stuff. They seem to be working, but they're also like relevant enough to the channel. So, or the channels. There's like a certain command for it and for the wheel, but you can enter stuff and it gives it a random spin. I think you can also enter people's names to it. I do need to upload the cars to the BeamNG site as well, which I am behind on. Yeah. Yeah, that is lore. I mean, but at the same time, as I say, like the Sakura bot is basically an 8-ball with a wig on it and cat ears. Like, I have drawn it a time or two. It's a fun thing, and I would like to make an avatar of it, but this just takes time. I mean, at this point, I'm thinking maybe I should just stream the Orwello avatar, but I'm not sure I could focus for that long on it. So we've got yellow. Wait, did I just call skin yellow? That's a bit of a random name. Indeed I did. Why did I choose that name? What was I thinking? So, yeah, I did see that actually. Sakura earned a subscriber for her hard work. Imagine if you unsubscribed because, like, out of an act of revenge about the battle royales and stuff. So we've got the hair shadow. It was something. I've got a blue layer as well. Why have I got a yellow layer and a blue layer? It's just not making sense, and I named these layers. So we've got there's got to be the shadows somewhere that I just had those layers for. Face shadows had. That would be it. So I think there was one, I think it might have been watery bush. I don't know. Maybe it was, yeah, it was pencil, I believe. That makes it look like she's got facial hair. I'm not so sure I like that. Mechanical pencil, are you any better? It looks a little better, but still, I'm not a fan of it. For soft shadows, I mean, I might just add the airbrush, because if that works and not needing the whole thing. Yes. And I had medication, whatever. I don't know what to say about that. Very awkward. Pennsylvania pencil. I'm not quite sure where this pencil is from. So we've got soft there. That's better than it could have been, honestly. I tried. There is some depth to it. The hair. Now, we've got to do something with this before I finish off, because it's just not... It's not, like, together. Yeah, pens... I need to... I know who to ask. I can't spell it properly. I've probably still spelt it wrong. I tried. So we've got I feel like inner hair shading is what I'll call it. I can just like attack this with the airbrush, to be honest. I think the hair I might have just used this, I don't know. And then thrown all the fire and stuff on top. I think not. Oh, it's okay. Sakura says the pencil is not sus, so it mustn't be. Also, why am I doing that? I should darken the colour. And then also add it to the colour picker, but... Ah. Come on. I don't know if this is working. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm on a soft eraser, which I don't want right now. Never sus. I must work out. The world must find out for real. Is Sakura sus? I think I'm almost there, actually. I think if I go a bit deeper on here, because it's right under the shade of the it's right under the shade of the hair. Sakura just admits to being sauce. I thought if I could get the Discord 8-ball thing set up to actually be a Sakura as well, that would be an idea. You might be able to configure it, so I'll have to have a look into doing that. So I'll be calling this done for now, for quite soon. I will have a version of this out, but I don't know what's going on with this, to be honest. Like, the whole thing, the hair just doesn't seem to add up. So, also, I do have to add this to the colour picker, but mainly... yeah, as I say, it's just not adding up to how it is. So we've got hair red, we can... where's it, colour picker? This can just be thrown on here. Yeah, Sakura is quite suspicious. I also am on the one colour. I mean, it does just look off, and I don't know how I'm supposed to correct it. So we've got the skin colours here. And then if we go this, can we grab the whole layer? Harsh lighting 2. That's fire hair though. Okay, there may be something, like, if this is on the top, and if we've got, like, a layer of one of the hair colours. Okay, so we've got... ah, under the fire hair, this is what's going on, I think. This is not what's going on. So if we go, I think it's below the fire hair. Ah, so it's somewhere in the fire hair layer. Inner hair shading. I found it. It's the yellow from the fire that's doing it. That's why this shading looks totally off. There we go, I fixed it somewhat. I think there's also the red somewhere. Yeah, there's like red here and it shouldn't be here. No, I don't know the name, honestly. I just call it Wheel Museme because I can't come up with anything better. I know there's like this continual fire theme, but I just don't have any idea what to call her. Base hair colour front opacity, there. Well, okay, I think I fixed this. That's less bad than it was. I don't think she looks too bad, other than the nose, which just looks really off. I'll have to try and correct that at some point in the future, but still. Yeah, there's that as well. It maybe isn't in as much shadow as it should be. So is this red also fire hair? I think it is. So that should be a red layer, surely. Dark red, yeah. So there we go. I fixed some of the stray pieces of colour here and made them a little better. Yeah, I mean, we have the Christmas hat as well. Well, everyone there. The cheese among us. Thank you. I do appreciate the comments on it. I mean, I feel like I've taken a lot of creative liberties. The hair isn't properly red anymore, but still, it is at its heart just me playing with a prompt I've been given and trying to give it some kind of style. I think there does need to be some more lighting on this clothing and stuff, because I'm going with metal up here for the overall aesthetic, and perhaps here as well. And that's I'm not sure it's showing because I'm trying to point with a pen. Yeah, so there's this part here is going to be metal, and this part, like, aesthetically, it's going to be metal. And I'm thinking I might do it here as well, just to give it that continual theme. The gloves, again, they're grey, but having the transition into it, I've managed to take the prompt and actually make something of it. Make it, like, flow from the top. So, yeah. I could have done worse than I did. I'm going to finish off here anyway. So, yeah. I'll leave it here for now. I will return tomorrow for more wheel chaos. Because the wheel controls everything now. I mean, one thing I might do actually, just one final touch I could do, if I can find it. Why am I using the mouse instead of a pen? I guess we'll never know. But we're going to move that back because it just wasn't quite where it's supposed to be. There is bits of stray colour and stuff, as I say, that I need to correct. But for the time, this will be serviceable enough. I'm just shift selecting all this so I can drag it all together. The accusations. Can I make this bigger, I wonder? Oh yes, for joys of vector lines, I can just make that bigger. It's not perfect, but still. Yeah, they're both calling each other Lafufus and they're looking suspiciously at each other. That's what I was going for. Maybe they are both Lafufu. It's not something we'll know. Well, technically the prompt said Labubu, but I can still have Labubu accusing each other of not being a Labubu. It's like Lego and Mega Bloks, the whole discrimination thing going on. You're a Mega Bloks, therefore you're not as good. Granted, there's a lot more now. There's all the Chinese fakes and everything. But back in the day, it was just Lego and Mega Bloks. Like, Mega Bloks being the Lego we have at home. Yeah, so anyway, that's what we've got now. We've got the world's smallest colour picker down here. I should have made that a little larger, but it works. So, yeah.